Hey guys, Raj Sanger of Cardio Security, and I'm here with Palm. We are at a secret location with the 964 turbo and the 993 turbo and a few other turbos that are about to rock up to do a turbo off with Car Wow.
You don't get to do this every day. Make the most of the opportunity.
So they've reached out to us to bring two of my old school turbos here so they can have a sort of family of turbos from a 930 all the way up to a 992 turbo, and they're going to race them against each other. Pretty cool day, different to what we normally do, sort of a vlog style episode. So hopefully this will turn out pretty well.
Yeah, the worst thing is I need a piss and there's no toilets here. Oh well.
You got ceramics on yours. You know you can't get ceramics now.
Can you not?
No, there are no ceramics. They are allocating ceramics to the Turbo S's because they come with ceramics from the factory.
Right.
So with the GT3, they can't get the discs, the quantity of discs to accommodate the demand on the GT3s. Right guys, let's talk about the 7 generations of Porsche 911 Turbo that are on site today. They're going to go on the track. So I'm next to a 991 Turbo S. This belongs to Bay Tree Cars. This is, I think, somewhere around 580 brake horsepower. Looks an animal, looks amazing, look at it. Next to that, we've got a 992 Turbo S, which belongs to Porsche Reading. I think it's one of their press cars. You think that's an animal? This is like a brute compared to that. Then we go back a few generations, and we're going over to the 930 Turbo, which was Porsche's first ever 911 Turbo. It's a 3.3 single turbo, belongs to Becky Evans, 4-speed box, about 260 brake horsepower, called a Widowmaker. A lot of guys bought these cars in the 80s, didn't really know how to drive them, and the turbo would spool up when you're going around a corner and it'll catch you off guard and the car would spin and you'd lose it. Literally, you would lose it. That's why it's called a Widowmaker. Next to that, we've got my 964 Turbo, which is a 3.3 turbo, basically the same engine that's in the 930 Turbo. Stock, these are 330 brake. This is probably near a 360, 370 brake. 5-speed manual gearbox, rear wheel drive, single turbo. Now, we move over here, we've got my 993 Turbo. So this is now 4-wheel drive and twin turbo. Only 2 years apart, these two cars, but a massive difference in terms of how they deliver the power. This is very linear. The 964 Turbo is very aggressive, off spool, and suddenly on spool. This isn't very linear. There's already a video on our channel covering the 993 Turbo. There's a link on the screen. You can watch that. This is 408 brake horsepower. The only mod I've done to this is change the exhaust. It's got a Brook Race Engineering exhaust. Really cool car, very linear power delivery. Next to that, we've got a 996 Turbo S. I think this is probably about 450 brake horsepower. Fantastic cars again. Some people don't like these front lights, you know, they're a bit Marmite. I actually quite like the 996s, especially the turbos. And then finally, next to that, we've got a 997 Turbo S, which belongs to my friend Jay. Fantastic car, lovely color. This is about 550 brake horsepower, and they've just pitted this against a M5 CS earlier on. Surprising how quick this car is. Next up, I think they're going to race Phil's GT3 against a 488 Pista and a Lamborghini STO, Huracan STO. That'll be interesting. Right guys, we have got YouTube celeb status here.
Come on.
Becky Evans.
Hello, long time no see.
Yeah, obviously next to her 930 Turbo, which I introduced to the channel earlier on. Super excited?
Very excited, but also realistic. Any car that's going to lose this race is going to be mine, and actually for the first time in my life, I'm okay about it. Because she's an old girl. She's 19.
Yeah, look, I'd love to disagree with you, but I know the cars that we have here.
Yeah.
So I'm in my head, I know which is going to be the fastest. I'm not going to say now. I know which it could be the slowest. It's also down to driver skills as well. I think, are you driving?
Yes, I am driving.
So it's down to driver skills as well. I mean, I could lose it in mine and I could be last, you never know. 1.5 mile track, what could go wrong? What could possibly go wrong? I don't know.
They're Porsches, nothing's going to go wrong.
Well, there you go.
Nothing.
I think it's time.
What's this again?
This is 330 stock and it's pushing about 360, 370.
360, okay.
Yeah.
What is it, just ECU?
Standard ECU, but upgraded turbo, upgraded wastegate, upgraded exhaust.
Okay.
Yeah. Right guys, it's track time. This should be pretty cool. Obviously I don't want to embarrass myself and come last. Hopefully I won't. But it's all about launch, so hopefully this goes to plan.
3, 2, 1.
To be fair, I wasn't happy with mine into second gear, so.
You two want to go again?
Hell yes.
It's a straight line, you can't go wrong. Just blast it.
Swapping cars now. I'm driving the 993 turbo and Matt Watson is driving my 964 turbo. Please do not destroy my clutch or my gearbox.
Well, because I've always wanted to drive a 964 turbo, and we've moved Raj into his 993. It's a third gear roll on. 3, 2, 1, go. Come on, fine boost. The 993's buggered off. Find the boost. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Boosting. Between me and you, Raj, you take off, and then this just seems to hold its gears for longer, and yeah, I'll catch up with you. You drop back on the gear change, and you come back at me. That was really interesting. And we'll see which car wins the brake test. Here we go. ABS, sideways movement. I can see some big black lines leading towards my tyres. I'm not so sure that the ABS is working in its fullest capacity.
It'll be fine, it'll be fine.
There's no way that is rounding out ever.
It won't round out.
Jesus,
Yeah, the ABS sensor on there isn't working.
that was fun. Right, that was exciting. What surprised me is the 964 turbo is potentially as quick as the 993 turbo once you're through the gears. Off the line, the 993 turbo is very quick, four-wheel drive, gets traction, but once the 964 turbo, the turbo stick kicks in, oh my god, it's just another story, as I'm sure Matt will explain on Car Wow, because I'm sure he enjoyed that. Right guys, that's the day done. 7 generations of 911 turbo, all that from the 930 turbo on the far end to the 992 Turbo S. What a day, can't believe it. Both the 964 turbo and my 993 turbo performed exceptionally well. Blown away by how quick the 964 turbo is. 3,500 revs, turbo kicks in, that boost kicks in, and off you go all up to 6,500 revs. But yeah, what a day out. Chuffed to bits, both the cars survived. Any comments you have, any questions you have, drop them down below. A little bit different to our normal content, but you know what? It's been pretty cool to have a day off, get out of work. We all love cars and that's why we're here. So yeah, Obviously, like, that's important. Smash the like button now, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel because we've got loads of content coming your way. Until next time.